Sorry, bro. I got stuck on another Zoom meeting.
You have reached the voicemail box.
I went to a Zoom meeting and there was 7 affiliates, 2 realtors.
Wow.
What a waste of time.
Mr. Shannon, what's up, brother?
Hugo, bro, I thought we've been friends.
Really? Oh, I was like, man, what's it gonna take?
No, I've been liking your stuff. Like I was see, but I think it's on Instagram.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Dude, I got hacked and I wasn't able to get back in, so I had to open up a new one.
Oh, okay. All right. But no. It was nothing on purpose.
No, brother. How you been, man?
I don't know where's Anthony. I call him, he doesn't answer.
He
was
just
supposed to be here.
he texted me the link like literally 5 minutes ago. So he's active somewhere.
We're gonna start at 1. I'm gonna allow everybody to join, and we're gonna start 1:05. So we always give it 5 minutes. We have 23 people waiting right now.
Man, you guys, honestly, out of all the classes, you guys always have the most turnout.
Dude, a few weeks ago, we have 500. And the reason we stop at 500 is because my account is for 500 people.
How the hell do you do that? How the hell do you get 500?
Having good speakers like you. We always average around 150, 120 to 150. But 2 weeks ago, we got hacked. So a lot of people got scared. The following week, we dropped. But last week, we went back to 100 plus.
Wow. Even in physical meetings, you guys always had a packed house. I never understood. I'm like, man, how the heck?
It's the way you promote the training. I mean, you need to promote. Like this one, I was not able to really promote it the way I like it because I was so busy being a customer service guy, right, Hugo?
That's right, brother. Appreciate that.
So I was doing legal investing and profiles until like 10 o'clock last night.
Wow. Damn. How many hours of sleep do you usually get?
I go to bed that early. I go to bed at 7:30, but with this pandemic, I'm changing my habits. I'm going to bed around 10.
It's crazy.
Where's Anthony?
And Hugo, how have you been, man?
I've been good. Busy.
Yeah. I actually wanted to talk to you about, I have an investor. He's a real estate investor that I did his social media show. And he wants to get a big agent that's in the San Gabriel Valley to feature on his show.
Oh, let me call Dan Tran. Maybe Dan Tran will want to do it. Right, Hugo?
He's a real estate agent?
No.
Oh.
So he's looking for a real estate agent to feature in the Inland Empire?
So basically, yeah, he has a social media show that we do every week called Flipping Fridays. And he does a lot of flips in Palmdale, Lancaster, and then he has one in Redondo Beach, one in Pasadena. But he says, you know what? I want to interview, because he wants to get more. He's not flipping anymore. He says, I want to buy and hold right now. So he's like, you know what? I want to do a show interviewing the top agent in Palmdale and one in San Gabriel Valley that has a big social media following. So, because to be honest, what he wants to do is interview a top agent out there and, you know, of him trying to look for properties that are buy and hold. And then if other agents, you know, have a property, you know, that's similar, they'll watch the top agent and then they'll give it to him. So, you know, he's saying, hey, I want to, you know, so if you know an agent that's big on social media right now, has a big following.
Hey, guys, I'm going to need everybody. We have 53 so far.
Well, we'll talk later.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody.
We got 58 people on the call. So we'll give it a little bit. We'll give it about
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
1:05 we start.
Kim, how are you? Good to see you.
Oh, hi, Shannon. How are you?
Good. I like you guys' backgrounds.
Very professional.
Felicia, there she is. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you. It's been a while.
I know, right? Paulina, how are you? Looking
Doing good. Let me see. What is it?
fabulous too, that watch.
Oh, it's Shannon. Shannon, how are you?
Doing
I'm
good.
on my phone, so I can't see everyone all at once. It's just pieces.
Let's see, who else? Who else do I recognize?
Hey guys, we're gonna start in 4 minutes.
No worries.
Tony, can you take care of meeting everybody? I need to open the door.
Hi, Sean.
Hey, what's going on, Michael?
Hi, everybody. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Michael, what's up, buddy?
What's that?
I said, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. Thank you. So far, so good. Knock on wood.
Are you guys staying healthy, everybody? Hugo,
Of
Yes.
course.
Yeah.
Michael? Yeah?
Yes. Yes, yes. Thank God. Yeah. I just got to stay away from Justin. He just got back from vacation.
Where did he go?
Justin, you're muted.
Where did he go?
I'm self-isolating right now. I got back from Chicago.
Nice.
He
Yeah,
actually
Pleasure?
drove there.
I drove there though, so that
You
way.
drove there?
Yeah, I was gonna fly there, but I didn't feel safe. You know, my fiance and I were thinking about trying to maybe have a kid soon, and I didn't want her to get sick with corona or anything like that. So we drove.
Of course.
Not
No, I
getting
don't-
sick.
Nice.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What's
How you
going on,
doing?
Shannon?
Nothing much, Sonia. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Good to
Well-
finally see you, Shannon.
Huh?
I said good to finally see you. This is
Hi.
Justin Murray.
Hi. How are you doing, my man?
Doing well, man. Doing well.
Good. How's Chicago?
Chicago was great. Got to see my brother for 4th of July. My two nieces, his two daughters.
How's the weather out there?
It was hot.
Yeah.
Too hot for me.
Well, what, like over 100?
Like 95 with humidity.
I mean, that's kind of what it's feeling out here, right?
We got some dry heat though, thank God. You
Okay.
know, the humidity makes you feel like you're like in a sauna. You sweat a little bit. I just
Tony, go ahead.
immediately start sweating.
Got it.
Just mute all, George, please. Good afternoon, everyone. Anthony Zamora, Pacific Coast Title. I'd like to get started with some of our ground rules. First of all questions are to be entered into the chat, and questions will be asked at the end of the presentation on your behalf or during the presentation on your behalf. Make sure your devices are muted, please. If your question is not asked or answered during the presentation, you'll be given the speaker's contact information so you can contact them directly. I would like to thank all of our PCT reps from LA, Orange County, Inland Empire, San Diego, and Ventura and Oxnard for inviting your clients today to this class. Also, please contact your PCT rep for a recorded copy of this training today. And lastly, I'd like to announce our Title Tuesday training for next week. Please join us. Our guest speaker is going to be Paul Velasco with the Paul Velasco Law Group. He'll be discussing the most common estate planning mistakes that often lead to family disputes and costly court proceedings and how to avoid them. That's next Tuesday, July 21st at 1 p.m. With that said, I'd like to introduce Hugo Lopez with Pacific Coast Title, who's going to go ahead and introduce our key speaker today. Thank you.
Great day, everybody. It's good to see we have almost 100 people here on the call. I want to introduce a great friend of mine, Mr. Shannon Horton. You know, he started working at Keller Williams as a digital media coordinator. He's worked with Intero, 3 Keller Williams offices, 2 Century 21 offices on their social media. He's taught well over 80 real estate classes, including several to us. He was featured on $1 Million Listing. And definitely I'm excited because every time I talk to him, I learn something new. So Mr. Shannon, great to have you here, and let's get started.
Thank you so much, bro. Thank you. So guys, I'm going to be sharing my screen right now. Please let me know if you could see it. I think we're good to go. Perfect, perfect. And what I want to talk about is social media marketing versus social media sales. You know, obviously right now we're looking like we're kind of rolling back into, you know, a shutdown, you know, I would say. But right now, things are looking good. But I want to equip you guys with some tools that you guys can use to prospect using social media. So that way your pipeline doesn't stop because you can't door knock, because you can't, you know, go out and actually see your clients. There's a lot of tools right now we could use, you know, online to make sure that your pipeline runs smoothly. Okay, so that's some of the things I want to talk about. And I'm going to be asking questions and engaging with you. And I know Anthony's going to be helping me with what questions you guys have. So I want you guys to be engaged because if you guys have specific challenges, specific questions about social media, please comment and put it in the chat so that way we can address them. And I will be addressing them throughout the presentation, okay? Sound like a plan, guys? Cool, just give me a thumbs up if you hear me, everything's good. Perfect, okay, I see a lot of thumbs up. See some thumbs up, perfect, perfect. Okay, cool, well, let's get started, okay? So the question is, how can you put your sales process online? And what I wanna ask you guys is, what is the goal, right? The goal is not to get a lot of followers, it's to get transactions. Will we agree? Right, when I go to a lot of social media courses, it's all about how to get more followers. Right now, we need transactions. We don't need a lot of followers. And that's what we want to hit home is how do I use social media to get more people in my pipeline, in my database? I'm not talking to you guys about how to get 1 million followers because and you've seen right now, you know, those Instagram models that have 1 million plus followers, you know, do you think they get a lot of business, right? 9 times out of 10, a lot of them don't actually translate 1 million followers into $1 million. So I want you to get out of that mindset of, man, if I only have 100 Instagram followers, right? That does not mean you can't get at least 1 or 2 transactions from those 100 followers. It's about who are those followers, okay? So just to break it down, right? Transactions come from clients. Clients come from leads. Leads come from getting someone's contact information. Would we agree? Right? Put a thumbs up if you agree. Right? So that's the goal. Right? The goal is how do I get more people in my database? Not how do I get more social media followers. Now, social media will help you get more names, numbers, and emails. Does people hear that background noise? I want to make sure I mute it. Perfect. So the goal, what I want to share with you at the end of this presentation is how can you get those, even if it's 100. Okay, perfect. Sorry about that, guys. So the question is, how do you get your social media followers into your database? Now you're seeing a lot of influencers, right? And I'm pretty sure you guys know who these guys are, right? They're trying to get you off of social media. Text me, you know, reach out to me because they want your data. So you have to think like an online marketer, okay? You have to think like an online marketer if you're going to be doing social media marketing. And an online marketer doesn't concern himself about his social media following. He concerns himself about how many people do I have in my database, okay, to reach out to. So that's what social media is for, is how to get people in my database. Like I said, I don't care if you have 1,000, 2,000 followers. It's how many people that you have in your database that you can reach out to without having to pay for anything. Because how many people, and I want you to raise your hand, how many people have seen that their exposure, if they post something on social media, less people are seeing it now on social media? Are you experiencing that? When you post something, you see less people seeing it than before. That's because what Facebook has done, who is doing that? What Facebook has done is they have decreased their organic following, meaning that they've actually, let me hide this. Let me see, I'm not sure who is on the Zoom here scribbling. Oh, 1 second, guys. Let's see, who is this? Okay, I'm not sure who this is, but we're gonna see who this is. But regardless, what I wanted.
Can you tell me who's doing that?
Yeah, we're trying to figure out who's doing that. Okay, it's okay. We're gonna move forward for right now. So the question is how do I get people to get me their name, number, and email? Okay. Now raise your hand if you're going through one of these challenges. You're not sure what to post, right? Or do you guys have issues with trying to figure out what to post? Right, raise your hand if you do. So I see only a couple of that, no problem. Now, some people don't have enough content, right? You're not sure what kind of content to post on social media. That's another challenge that I'm seeing a lot of realtors face. Another one is they can't get a lot of their current followers to engage with them, okay? So raise your hand if you're getting that issue. You're seeing followers, but not a lot of people are engaging with you, okay? When we ask realtors a lot, that they're having a lot of that issue. Another thing is they're confused on which platform do I start off with. I see Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You know, they're having an issue of, hey, what social media platform do I start off with? Now, here's my question to you guys. What other challenges are you facing on social media? When I asked about 10 realtors over the weekend what issues they're having, they're facing these 4 issues. So I'm going to address these issues. But in the chat, and Anthony, can you see if there's anyone in the chat? In the chat, are you facing any other challenges on social media besides these 4 that I've researched with other realtors? So that way, because I'm going to be addressing these 4 concerns, and if you have any other concerns, put them in the chat right now so that way I can address them, okay? So the question is, how do I get names, numbers, and emails from my followers? And in online marketing, we call those lead magnets, okay? Now, what a lead magnet is, it's an item of value that you have, right, that is worth more than my name, number, and email. Okay, it's something that develops trust with my followers. It's something that converts a follower into a lead, and it also helps me lead nurture, okay? And it's based off of the prospect. So it's something that's free or very low cost that I can give to my followers in exchange for their name, number, and email. Because the goal is, how do I, as a real estate agent, get all my followers information? Okay, now what is a lead magnet? Okay, this is your goal. How do I get a lead magnet so that way when I post on social media, people are going to want to know more and then give me their information in exchange for more of that data? Okay, do you see? I'm gonna outline this funnel for you. Okay, now here is an example of a lead magnet, right? Have any of you guys seen a lead magnet before? And you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now and then start it again to see if that red line is off, because I don't want that to distract you guys, okay? So let me share it again and see if it comes back. All right, perfect. There you go. There, we got it off. Okay. So this is an example of a lead magnet, okay? It could be a checklist. It could be a PDF with different resources. It's the carrot on the stick. However, in this case, you have to give away the carrot. It could also be a quiz. So I'm seeing a lot of big people do quizzes and assessments. Okay, so a lead magnet could be, let's say, a COVID resource guide. right? Or maybe it could be a list of all the locations that's giving out free food in your city, right? That could be another lead magnet. Another lead magnet could be, hey, here are all the forgiveness loans for a business owner. It could be, hey, here are all the ways, right, that you can help get another job, right? So I want to get your brains turning on how to create what's called a lead magnet, something that's of value that I could give to my followers. All right, now, you guys are saying, but Shannon, how do I actually get a lead magnet? Again, let's go back to the beginning of the presentation. Your goal is to get more transactions on social media. It's not to get followers. So the first thing you want to do is talk to 5 homeowners that you know, right? Reach out to them. How are you doing? Right? That alone could be something of value. If you go on your Facebook right now, you're seeing on the right-hand side a bunch of green dots. What does that mean? Everyone's on social media right now. You need to go out and reach out to them and say, hey, how are you? Right? But if you want to be even more strategic, reach out to at least 5 of your past sellers or your current, let's say 5 of your past buyers, right? Because they're now homeowners, and ask, how are you? Then find out, what do they need, right? Hey, you know what? I know that I got you this house 6 months ago, a year ago. How are you? How are things going? What do you need right now? Even if it's not pertaining to real estate. They say, you know what, Shannon? What we're doing, we need someone that does home repair. You know, we need someone that does carpet cleaning. You know, we need some resources on what to do with our kids with school. Having that in mind, now you can create a lead magnet based off of what your clients are talking about, right? Go to your clients first, go to your past clients and ask, hey, what do you need right now? Because 9 times out of 10, more of your followers need the same thing. They're just not asking you, okay? Once you collect those items, then you can put it in a PDF, okay? And I'm gonna talk about more how to do this, but again, you can just say, you know what, let me go out and get these resources for you, then put it in a PDF format.
Hey, Shannon, I'm going to interrupt you really quick. We got a couple questions
Please,
before we
go
move
for it.
on. And I'm going to go ahead and ask, it's several questions. That way we could just get them out of the way really quick.
Perfect.
What platform is better, Instagram or Facebook? That's question number 1. Does
Okay.
social media really guarantee hot leads? That's question number 2. And should you focus on paid ads or strive for organic leads?
That's perfect, perfect. So the first question was, which platform, right, is best for me, right? I would say it depends on your sphere of influence. Some people's sphere of influence is younger. Some people's sphere of influences are older. I actually have an assessment at the end of this course. I'm actually going to send you a link on how to determine which social media platform is best for you, because it all depends on your sphere of influence. Facebook, usually it's people around 45 and up. Instagram, it's late 20s to late 30s. And then you have the TikToks, the Snapchats, that's, you know, predominantly 25 and younger. Okay, but at the end of this this class here, I'm going to give you a link that will give you an assessment on which platform is best for you. Okay, your question number 2 was, does the social media provide hot leads, or is it?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So social media 9 times out of 10 does not provide hot leads. The reason why I'm saying to give a lead magnet is because the way it works is you get people off of social media into your database. Once you cultivate your database, that's where the hot leads come from. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that you can't get hot leads from social media, right? But you have to think, how does the homeowner think, right? Once they're thinking about, hey, we need to sell, we need to buy, they're going to think about who they've been reminded of constantly. So whose content have I seen lately? Whose emails have I seen lately? Right now, a lot of realtors aren't putting out enough content because they don't have transactions. And just because you don't have transactions, it does not mean you shouldn't be posting content. Because this is the time, guys, where people are staying at home and watching their phones. So whose face do they keep seeing all the time? And if you're saying, you know what, Shannon, I don't know what to post, this is what you should be doing, is asking, reaching out to your past clients, asking what do they need? Because once you do that, then you can know what to post, because you're basically having your clients tell you what they want to hear, right? I ask realtors myself, hey, what are you guys struggling with, right? What's going on? That tells me what kind of content I should be putting out. And you guys should be doing the same thing, right? Once you reach out to your past clients and ask, what do you need? Then what you should be doing is those answers, put them in a concise document that later on we're going to use to then get more information. So Tony, Anthony, is there any other questions?
There's one more. Should you focus on paid ads or strive for organic leads?
That's a good question. I say if you, I mean, right now, I would say if you have $300 to $500 a month to play with, test out paid ads. Start off with Facebook, and buyer ads are cheaper than seller ads, right? Naturally speaking, okay? So if we want, we can have a whole nother topic. I can go through paid ads and how to actually create the paid ads, okay? So if you don't have $300 to $500 a month to spend, I would say use this organic system that I'm going to be showing you, okay? Were there any questions, Anthony?
No, that's it, boss.
Okay, perfect. So does everyone get the lead magnet? Give me a thumbs up if you get it, okay? Perfect. Give me a thumbs down if you're like, I'm still kind of shaky on it. Right, I don't see too many thumbs down. Let me see. Thumbs up, I see thumbs up. Okay, perfect. So let's say today you reached out to 5 of your past clients. Today, you reached out and said, hey, how are you? Is everything okay? Do you need anything? If they say, yes, I need something, write it down, right? Write those things down. Then go get those answers for them. Once you get those answers, put that in a PDF document. And again, it should look something like this, right? It should look something like this. Hey, here's a checklist on all the school districts and what they're doing to give out free food. Hey, here are 12, right, contractors to help you out with your home renovations, right? Those are lead magnets, right? So once you've collected that lead magnet, now you're saying, okay, Shannon, what do I do? What I would do, guys, is create what's called a link tree. Have you guys ever seen a link tree? This is what's called a link tree. And the website for this, it's a free app. It's actually not an app, it's a website. Excuse me, free website, go to linktr.ee, okay? So again, it's linktr.ee. That's the website. Now, what a link tree is, you're gonna use it a lot on your Instagram, because have you seen on your Instagram that one link in your bio, right? You have a link in your bio, and if you have resources for buyers, sellers, investors, people in the community, right? If you have different lead magnets, right, then you can't just have one link. So this is one link that you can put multiple different links within one. So it's only one link you need for buyers, sellers, investors, people in the community, okay? And it's free. So you go to linktr.ee and get yourself a link tree. And here is an example of what a link tree looks like, okay? Now, this is someone who has a magazine, and you see these are what's called lead magnets. She has a bunch of different recipes, right? So it's kind of like, you know, social media is much like dating, right? You don't want to keep asking to call me all the time. You don't want to ask for marriage on the first date, okay? You want to give something of value first, right? And this is what an example of that. Hey, if I'm something of a magazine, I'm not asking you, I don't see any buttons here that says subscribe to my magazine. Here are a bunch of lead magnets for different recipes, different things that you can do, right? Maybe for you guys, it could be, hey, here are different home workouts, right? And you can then partner up with different gyms in your area to say, hey, I need resources for this. How could I give this to my audience? Okay, here's another example, right? Here's a travel person who has different guides on travel, right? I'm giving you examples of different lead magnets and how you can integrate them. Here's another one.
Real quick, can I interrupt you real quick? We got a quick question. There's a new agent that they don't have any past clients. So how do they get any information on what to post?
That's a good question. Why don't they ask their sphere of influence, their friends, family, coworkers that own homes? Because the goal is to, right, figure out what these homeowners need. If your goal is to get listings, then your goal is to attract homeowners. So what I would do if I had no past clients, I would ask my mom, right, my aunt, my friend who has a house, my coworkers my past coworkers that have properties, and ask, hey, how are you? How are things going? I just got my license. How can I help you? I have resources for contractors. I have resources for people that are in school districts, right? And you can reach out to people that have these resources. So what I would do if you're a brand new agent is you at least have your sphere of influence. Now, if you're under 25, I can understand how it might be more challenging. But if you're, I would say, at least over 25 or in your 30s, you have someone in your sphere who is a homeowner. So go out and reach out to them because, I know that Jorge says this all the time. You know what? This is a contact sport. Real estate is still a contact sport. And I know a lot of agents right now might feel discouraged, right? Because of everything going on. And when you're feeling discouraged, you talk to less people, you post less, and you watch more. And you have to reverse that. You have to talk to more people, touch more people. And you know what? You're going to find out when you talk to more people, it makes you feel better. You start getting more optimistic about things. Then and the reason why I'm telling you to talk to people is because when you're listening for what they need. And then you start posting about what they need. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense.
And one more real quick, paid Facebook ads versus Facebook Marketplace. What are your thoughts on that?
That's a good question. Facebook Marketplace is really, really good, especially if you have a listing or something like that. I would say try Facebook Marketplace first. And then whatever works in the Facebook Marketplace, use that as a paid ad. Does that make sense? So if you have Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups, if you have your Facebook friends, start posting content, right? Or posting different ideas. You say, hey, I want to do this program that I found out, or I want to post, hey, different resources for sellers. Post it organically because you don't want to waste your money if you don't have a track record of it working in the past. So I would say do Facebook Marketplace and Facebook groups first, and then whichever post gets you more engagement, put money on that post, okay? So it's kind of like sparking a fire. Spark the fire with your current audience and the free methods. And then, because all Facebook ad it's gasoline. But what a lot of agents do is they put money towards an ad that they've never tested out on their current clients. Right? So what I would do is use your personal Instagram and Facebook friends, and whichever post does the best, put money on that idea. Okay? Because I don't want you guys to lose money on something that you haven't proven to yourself. And we all know right now, we have to be resourceful. Okay? So to answer your question, Facebook Marketplace first. Whichever post, I would say test out 2 to 3, more like 3 to 5 different ideas. And then whichever idea does the best, put money towards that idea. And for Facebook ads, guys, you can use the $5 method. Right now, I'll probably say 7. So here's the $7 method. I create 3 to 5 Facebook ads for $5 to $7 a day. And I use the objections click, because when you create a Facebook ad, you do the click first, right? And then whichever ad after 3 days, because if I pay $5, right, for 3 ads, that's $15 a day. Okay, that's $45 in 3 days. So if I spent $45, your goal is not to get leads. Your goal is to see which ad did the best and then put your money on that ad. Does that make sense? Then put your whole budget on that ad. Don't put your whole budget onto something that doesn't work, because a lot of real estate agents, they'll put a lot of money towards one ad and say Facebook doesn't work. No, what you have to do is consistently test the market. So test it with $5 a day. $5 a day with at least 3 different types of ads, right? If you have 3 different ideas, test them out. And then after 3 days, you should know which one does the best. And what I mean by best is either more clicks, more comments, more likes, whichever one got more engagement. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. Perfect. Okay.
Got one more here for you,
Of course.
Shannon. On the Instagram platform, what's your suggestion? Is it better to have a personal account or a business account, or combine both?
I would say if you're just starting out, do the personal, because what I'm noticing is the business pages are getting less or organic exposure than the personal ones, right? So if you're just posting for some reason, especially on the Facebook page, but on the business page, I'm seeing that you're getting less exposure, but you can actually switch your personal page to a business one. So if you're like, okay, you know what, I only have 50 followers, do a personal page, start engaging with people. And also there's a way where you can follow all your contacts in your phone, right? So as soon as you create an Instagram page, it gives you an option to follow all your contacts in your phone. Then I say, once you start getting around 500 followers or more, you can switch it to a business page if you want. But to be honest with you, the only reason why the business page is beneficial if you're doing ads through that business page. Okay, if you're not doing ads, the personal one works much better because you get more free exposure from the algorithms. Okay.
Right on.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, so these are great questions, guys. Keep going. I'm gonna go 2-3 slides, a couple more slides, and then we can continue with more questions, okay? So now that you have an example of what a link tree looks like. So this is the link in your bio on Instagram. You could create a link tree, right? I want you to comment below. What are some of the lead magnets you guys could give to people on social media? What do you think could be an item of value for people on social media? And I'm gonna stop real quick. You guys wanna start commenting. What are some of the things that you guys think could be of value? Like, for example, if people are struggling right now, maybe they need research. Vendors list. I like that. Alberto Hernandez says a vendors list. That's perfect. Alberto, I'm going to go a step further with you, right? Pick a specific vendor, okay? Because right now, this is another thing. With social media, you have to create a niche. You have to create a niche because if you're talking to everyone, you're talking to nobody, okay? So, for example, if I have a vendor, give me, I want to talk to Alberto. Alberto, give me an example of one vendor that you can put on this list. And we're going to use that as an example. So I'm talking to Alberto right here. He says a vendors list. Give me one vendor that you have in your list. A pool cleaner, perfect. So what I would do is I would get a list of the top 3 pool cleaners in, let's say, Downey, right? These are the top 3 rated pool cleaners in Downey, right? Based on their Yelp reviews. Then I would say, get a checklist from those vendors and say, hey, what are some pool cleaning and maintenance techniques that people can use on their own, right? Then what you can do to take it a step further is say, okay, now that I have that, now I can create one PDF with 3 pool cleaner vendors along with a checklist, a weekly checklist on how to maintain your pool. Okay, so now that I have that lead magnet, I'm going to create a link tree, and one of the buttons is going to say, 4 tips on how to maintain your pool and pool vendors, right? Once I have that, now I can create a video saying, hey guys, my name is Shannon, with ABC Realty, and I want to share with you one of the 4 ways you can actually maintain your pool. Here's an example. And if you want, bring on the vendor as well. Once you have that one video, at the end of the video, guess what you say? All right, guys, now if you want all 4 tips, or if you want this vendor's information, click in my link in my bio, and I'm going to give it to you for free. And then now you have their name, number, and email. Does that make sense? And then now you have a list of people that own pools. So does that make sense on how that works? Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. Okay. So now that I have a vendor of a lead magnet of how to maintain your pool along with the 3 top pool vendors, I'm going to create a video with each one of those tips. So that's 4 videos. And at the end of the video, my call to action is click on the link above, and I'm going to give you a checklist on how to maintain your pool while you're going through this. And now I have their name, number, and email, and now I put them in my database. That's how you think like an online marketer. Another one says Downey Termite, right? So a termite company, right? So maybe, hey, here are a couple of tips on how to keep termites out, and along with the top, 1 or 2, 3 vendors that you can recommend for termite. That's another lead magnet, right? So now, hey, how to make sure that your home is termite free, right? And then do a video, right? Saying, hey guys, I want to give you some tips on how to make your home termite free, boom, boom, boom. And if you guys want more information on how to do this, or let's say some signs that you might have termites, click on the link above, and I'm going to give you 5 signs that might mean that you have termites. Click on the link below so that way you get that information. So now I just transferred my social media followers into names, numbers, and emails into my database. And then you start cultivating that database, okay? Local restaurants that for takeout, that's amazing, Evelyn. That's perfect. So local restaurants that accept takeout. Hey guys, I know that we just went back in indoor activities that are canceled. I actually, did you know that in Downey, there are still 25 restaurants that accept outdoor dining and takeout? Click on the link above and I will give you all 25 of those restaurants, right? So now as a realtor, I'm not confused about what I should post. I have so many different ideas that I can give people for free. And then guess what? At the end of COVID, now I just got an extra 200 emails that are getting my information now. And now that list turns into a hot list. Does that make sense? These are perfect ideas. The last one, Kim says right now for parents of school-age children, resources for social distancing activities and online tutors. That's great. That is great, actually. And you know what's funny? You can actually get vendors to help you create this content. And that's when you can actually start creating more videos and expand your network, okay? So these are really great ideas, by the way, guys. So now you have an example of what a lead magnet is. And now you're noticing, once I have a lead magnet, now I have ideas of what kind of videos I could post. Now I'm not feeling like a salesperson, right? I'm just giving value, and in exchange, now you're growing your list. And now, we can have a whole nother conversation on how to turn that warm list into hot. But do you guys get now with social media? Okay, let me post 3 to 4 videos based on social distancing activities for kids. And at the end of the video, my call to action is, hey guys, if you want this list, click on the link below, give me your, and I will give this to you for free in your email. So now they're not concerned about giving you their information. They're more worried about getting that list of how do I keep my kids entertained, right? And I'm growing my list as a real estate agent, okay? So let's get back into the presentation now that we had that. So the next thing is, I want to make sure that you guys always have your social media profiles up. Okay, you have to make sure your social media profiles, because nowadays, right, I just read that a company that was selling suits went bankrupt, right? Because a lot of people aren't buying them, but you guys are actually looking pretty sharp today. I love it. So make sure that, again, I always said your social media profile is your new first impression, right? That's your first impression. When people look at your social media profile, now that's the first impression. So make sure that you guys go to Fiverr. Now, you can not only use Fiverr to update your cover image. How many people have seen on Instagram, there are what's called highlights, okay? And I'm gonna show you what highlights are. If you see those little buttons on the below, right, on your Instagram, you can actually have someone on Fiverr create those Instagram highlights for you, okay? Another thing too, if you research on Fiverr lead magnet, remember we were talking about lead magnets, if you research lead magnet on Fiverr, they will create the PDF for you. So if you have the vendor list ready to go, if you have your vendors list ready to go, all you have to do is go to Fiverr, research lead magnet, and someone on Fiverr for less than 20 bucks can create a nice PDF of that vendors list with your logo, your information, everything, okay? So use Fiverr to the best of your abilities, because right now, I mean, I'm telling you, you can actually get something really nice for very cheap, okay? So let's say, okay, Shannon, and you know what? We're gonna pause. We're gonna go to the next slide and get you guys' questions ready, because I'm gonna go to the next slide and go through another set of questions, okay? So now that you have your lead magnet, and you have your link tree where you're going to host your lead magnet, and you designed your lead magnet with Fiverr, right? You're like, okay, Shannon, now, what do I do, right? Make sure that you have your sales toolkit ready to go. And these are just some of the examples, but mainly you just need Zoom and Calendly. Now, what Calendly does on the right, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys heard of it, but if you haven't, Calendly is another great link that you should have on your link tree. You should always have on the top of your link tree, schedule a one-on-one consultation, right? So anytime someone clicks on the link, they can schedule a one-on-one consultation without you being there, right? And then this is where the sales techniques come in, because you can word it as schedule, right? A home selling consultation, schedule a home buying consultation, right? Get the process started. And the Calendly, what it does is it integrates with your calendar, and it tells them what dates you're available for a Zoom call. Okay, so that way, as soon as they pick on one of those dates, right, they put their name and email in, and it notifies you saying, hey, you just have a one-on-one consultation with Shannon at 3 o'clock. And so now your whole goal is, how do I get people back to my link tree? Because the more traffic I get, the more potential Zoom appointments I can get. Okay. The only reason why I'm telling you guys to create a lead magnet is so that people can go to your link, go to your website, go to your landing page, and how many of these people can you convert into appointments, into online appointments? But again, it's just like dating. I cannot say, hey, schedule an appointment. You have to give something of value first, and then move into, hey, do you need a one-on-one consultation, regarding your home, regarding selling, buying, whatever the case is. All right, now we're gonna move it. Any other questions, guys, right now, before we go on to the next one?
Yeah, we got one.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we have emails and phone numbers collected for our database, can we legally target them using their emails and phone numbers without getting in trouble?
Yes, yes, you can. And depending on what platform you use, but you can always email them and saying, hey, and if you guys use a MailChimp or a Constant Contact, any of these emails, you can host your lead magnet on there. And when they ask for the name, number, and email, they can check off something that says, I accept to get more emails. So usually any email provider that you use, there's always gonna be a little checkbox that they're gonna require for people to check off, so that way you can start sending them more information. So yes, that's definitely correct. Okay. So let's recap. Social media leads to my database. Database turns into leads. Leads turn into clients. Right now, guys, with everything going on, I'm telling you, don't be that realtor that all they say is, call me if you're looking to buy or sell. Call me looking for buy or sell. I'm not saying don't post that. You should always ask here and there. But right now, with everything going on, you have to be of value to your sphere and your past clients. And let's be honest, we need reasons to keep touching our database. We need reasons to keep posting, keep being top of mind. And the way to do that is to, one, ask your sphere of influence, hey, how are you? What do you need? Take those answers and get vendors lists for everything that they need. Take that vendor list, go to Fiverr and create those lead magnets, those PDFs. Then you can go to MailChimp, Constant Contact. I know a lot of you guys have brokerage offices that probably provide landing pages, right? Create a landing page for each lead magnet. And then guess what? Start creating videos and posts based on those lead magnets, because every lead magnet should produce 1 to 3 videos. Because if you have 4 signs that you might have termites, guess what? That could be 4 videos. If you guys have a vendor list of restaurants that accept takeout, you guys can do a video saying, hey, here are the top Mediterranean restaurants that are offering takeout. Click on the link above to get the full list of restaurants. Does that make sense? Every lead magnet should be producing 3 to 5 videos for you guys, okay? So what's the next step, right? I already told you guys, but I wanna give you guys the funnel, okay? I wanna give you guys the funnel, okay? You guys pick a social media platform that you're gonna really hone in on. Create a lead magnet. How do I create a lead magnet? go to your sphere of influence, ask what do they need, create a vendors list, go to Fiverr, create a nice PDF of it, design a link tree, and then start creating content based off of those lead magnets. Because now you're creating content based off of what your followers want. Does that make sense, guys? Perfect. Now, I actually have a free assessment for you guys, and I'm gonna put this link in the chat, but this is an assessment. If you go to this website, there's an assessment that we created to determine which social media platform is best for you to start off on. And this is gonna be based off of your sphere of influence, right? What you're best at, okay? What social media platforms you've done already, and it's gonna give you what social media platform we recommend you really focus on. I'm not saying don't post on all of them, but we all know that you have to master one, and then it's gonna help you with the other platforms, okay? So any other questions, guys, that I didn't cover that maybe you guys did want to address? I'm gonna actually stop the screen share, and I'm gonna give you this link too real quick. Is this a lead magnet? Alberto, you're very smart. See, this guy's very smart. I practice what I preach, my man. So that, Albert, you got it right. Hold on one second, guys. Let me, here.
We do have a question, Shannon.
Yeah.
I'm a faithful MailChimp user. Would it be okay to use their lead magnets?
Yeah, well, okay, that's actually, MailChimp actually gives you you can create a landing page, a lead page. So on MailChimp, when you create, instead of a campaign, you create a lead page, okay? And then you can post the PDF on there. So on the button, once you put the name and email, you can then put them in a campaign, and that campaign will then automatically respond back with that lead magnet. So if they have free template lead magnets, yes. I actually use MailChimp myself. Could there be any legal repercussions given a third-party recommendation? Could there be any, and actually, Anthony actually see another question. Isabel says, could there be any legal repercussions for giving third-party recommendations for other businesses? No, I don't think there could, unless you're promising something that's, you know, you're just giving a list. And the only repercussion I can't see is if you're giving a list that might be outdated. So the way you can cover your butt on that is on the bottom of the lead magnet, put the date. So you can, so if you're telling people, hey, here's a list of all the restaurants that offer takeout, on the bottom right, put as of this date, because, you know, with everything going on, it could change. So just to save your butt, put at the end, hey, this lead magnet is dated at this time, right? If you see a lot of YouTube influencers, they say, hey, at the time of this recording, these are the laws, right? So Isabel, let me know, give me a thumbs up in the chat if that answered your question, okay? Blanca, you have a question. IG does a square format. What is a good app to use to create posts or videos? That is a good question. Canva is a very popular one. There's one, if you have iPhone, called, it's actually called Square, and it's yellow. It's a yellow, let me see if I have it on here. Let me see. Square, I'm gonna actually remember. So I would say Square. Canva is a really good one. Let me see if there's any other ones. Oh, sorry, it's called Over. Sorry, it's called Over. It's called Over, and it's a yellow circle app. That's for iPhone. I don't have Android, guys, but I know Canva is very popular. Viva Video, Fabiola says Viva Video is really good. Animoto is another good video platform you guys could use. Well, also, what I would recommend is if you do a video at home or on your iPhone, you can go on Fiverr, and for like 25, 35 bucks, they'll edit it with music and text and stuff like that. So you can actually have a because it's all about the editing. So if you have a video that's not the best, as long as the audio quality is good, you can go on Fiverr and get some of these good editors for anywhere from 10 to 35 bucks. They'll edit it with music, text, transitions, everything. It's really awesome. Any other questions? These are really good questions, guys. And again, I have there my free social media assessment. So if you guys want to take a test, click on that link. There's a social media test that'll tell you which platform we suggest you start on.
Shannon, can I say something?
Of course, please.
Please type your email and your name because Javier Munoz from Downey Exterminators just texted me. He's gonna pay for a 1 hour one-on-one with Shannon.
Wow.
A free consultation with Shannon. Javier Munoz is paying. So make sure that you type your information. I don't really know how we're gonna do this, but by the end of the day, there's gonna be a winner. Thanks to Javier from Downey Exterminators.
With that one-on-one consultation, you actually get the digital door knocking course that we just released along with it as well. If he's going to invest, we're going to meet him halfway. Okay. So we have a digital door knocking course, and what it is we screenshotted everything that we do for clients and we just gave it to you guys. Here's a go for a one-time fee. Instead of paying someone monthly, here is everything that we're going to do on Instagram. And I'm going to offer that as well for free. So Javier, if you're going to do that, my man, I'll meet you halfway, brother. Okay. And before that, Ruben had a question. I'm not a big fan of Facebook. Would this work on YouTube? Good question. I'll end off with YouTube. Okay. YouTube is the second largest search engine platform. It is not a social media. It is a search engine. Okay. When I'm typing, how do I do Facebook ads? How do I do this? So with YouTube, you can create lead magnet content. And if you want to grow your followers on YouTube, you have to go on other YouTube channels and follow them. But that's a whole nother can of worms that I don't want to open up in this session. All right, we see the emails coming in. This is good stuff. Did you guys have any other, Jorge, do you have any other comments? Is there any
what? I just got another text. Thank you, Paulina. Paulina Bravo from Sunwest. She said she will do another hour for another lucky winner. So we have two now.
Okay. Oh, nice.
And I'm sorry, Title, we cannot pay. All right. So I apologize, but we cannot do it. I will lose my license. I will get fined. But thank you, Paulina.
No worries. And Paulina, I'll meet you halfway too. I'm going to give someone our course for free as well. So you're going to get, the course is actually $300 too. So that's actually going to be going on along with the one-on-one consultation. So.
But now that we have Paulina, can you give us an update on the rates, what's going on with the market on the lending side?
Maybe we can unmute her. Let's see.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on, Paulina.
Hold on. Whoops. Give me 1 second. What's wrong? I want to go back to normal.
Hear me now?
Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Paulina Bravo, Sunwest Mortgage. So with regards to the rates, you guys have been hearing the rates are phenomenal. I'm actually refinancing my own property. I'm below 3%. So take advantage of that. I think that is a great conversation starter just with regards to the numbers because everyone is hearing that. Secondly, really quick is forbearance. We've been hearing about forbearance, especially with this COVID-19, people not working. And, lenders are stepping in and saying, hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. We're going to go ahead and put this on forbearance, which means that, number one, it's not going to jeopardize your credit. However, if you are wanting to refinance, you cannot be in forbearance. So it's very important. So if you have a client that's wanting to refinance or they're in forbearance, let them know that they have to catch up on those payments because we cannot close until you're current, basically, up to date with that payment. But other than that, you guys, my first time here, thank you, Jorge and Anthony, for having me and the Zoom call here. But any other questions? My number is 323-717-0996, 323-717-0996. And Shannon, great information. Everyone have a great, great day. Thank you.
To add on to what Paulina was saying, guys. You hear what she said, that, hey, here are some of the requirements needed in order to refinance. And I know that, not every agent is running in to help someone refinance, but if you have a lead magnet with the help of, let's say, someone like Paulina, hey, Paulina, what do people need in order to actually refinance? Put that on a checklist. And then you can do a video saying, hey, if you guys need to refinance, here are the 3 to 4 things you need to know about it. Click on the link above or below, and I will give you everything that you need to get started for your refinance. And then guess what? You can at least have that database to actually start putting in your list. Does that make sense? So that's a lead magnet right there. Okay. Say, hey guys, I know you guys are talking about refinancing. I actually have a checklist for you guys. And at least you guys actually get that data as well.
Right on.
Now, Javier Munoz can give Javi, because he started all these with the freebies. Javi, are you there? Oops. I don't think he's there. Javier? Oh, I think he's mute, right? Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let's give Javier 2 minutes.
There
Go
you
ahead,
go.
Javier.
Thank you, Jorge, and the Pacific Coast Title. And Shannon, thanks for the plug. You know what? I always tell the agents they could use us. You mentioned, well, I don't think you can see it, but I have a flyer that talks about the possible ways that you can have termite infestation.
Oh,
Better
yeah,
yet,
there you go.
I'm sorry?
No, there you go. No, keep going.
Yes. I give this to the agents, and it's a good way to start a conversation. If you may be out soliciting and you want to just promote yourself and a little bit of the extra stuff and talk about your team with the service that you provide. Anyways, thank you so much, Javier, Downey Exterminators. Go to my website. The pictures and videos are there. Great information you can pass on to your clients.
Now, Javier, how would it work best if someone says, hey, we want to use some of those lead magnets that you have? Could they co-brand it with you?
Sure. I mean, they could do some kind of create a link and just in their Facebook page, and just kind of run it by me so we know where we're at. Where we're, in case the clients calls me, I'll let them know that John Doe called because they wanted termite inspection, so they could follow up how was the process, and afterwards, hopefully they can get a listing.
Perfect. There you go. See, I love it. I love it, guys. So use and I'm going to say this the wrong way, but use this time to your advantage. People need a lot of things, right? So that's, if they're coming to you for everything, you're going to be the authority. Okay. That's plain and simple. Okay.
And let me add, you might think that people don't want to leave their house to tend to properties. We are so busy. People are fumigating and tend to their houses. It's incredible.
Wow. Okay. Amazing. Amazing.
Hugo?
Well, you guys, Shannon, thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate the great tips. Obviously, you're family to us here at Pacific Coast Title, because definitely you're always out helping us definitely increase our business and what we do. Obviously, you guys, we have to give the title tips. And for that, as many of you guys already know, Jorge Mesa, he's our LA County manager, and he's going to go over a couple of title tips that are going to help our business as well. So thank you guys very much for attending. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. Jorge, take it away.
I will record this because this is what I'm saying every week. Every single week, I keep saying the same. Absentee owners. It's not going to change for a while. If you want to get your own listings, you need to go after absentee owners. We're strong at around 67% on openings. They're coming from the absentee owners. So contact our title reps. They can help you to put you in contact with the right person to give you that list. Guys, please go after absentee owners. There's a huge market that some of you guys are missing. Absentee owners. And the bad news is County of LA is not going to open next month. They said that they're thinking it's going to go back to September now. Supposedly it was August 3rd. Now it's more September. So we're going to keep you posted. No special recordings right now in LA County. So make sure that if you get a listing, get your prelim in advance, because everything is taking extra. If we need to request some docs, it's going to take extra time. So you don't want to be waiting for title to give you your prelim. So make sure as soon as you get your listing, get your prelim. Thank you so much, guys. Gus, nice seeing you. I miss you, Gus, Jacinto. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you.
You guys are in mute, so don't say anything bad.
Shannon, you're amazing, Shannon.
I appreciate you, boss.
Thank you, Shannon. You're the best.
Thank you, guys. Mario Torres, I see that link tree. Mario's already got his link.
Nice office, Mario. Nice office.
Yo dije, qué raro, si se supone que ya no son amigos en Facebook, ya no deben de salir. Y pues, no solo salieron los nombres, pero salieron los dos.
Estamos en el chisme.
Haciendo una oración.
I'm so happy I speak Spanish.
También se ponen los dos teléfonos juntos.
And guys,
tenemos una novela
Shannon
aquí.
Speaks Spanish. Shannon speaks perfect
Él no
Spanish.
aprendí la verdad, pero se mira que él habla. Él dice amén, Cuando ella hace un rosario, ella pues amén, ¿verdad?
Bye, everybody. It was good to see you. Bye.
Y luego ahí le mandan.
Thank you, Shannon, for the information. That was a great meeting.
Odile, le mandan.
Thank you, guys.
Pues no a ella directamente.